In 1972, a young black woman stepped into the political world not knowing how much of a leader she would become. Barbara Lee began her career working with trailblazer and civil rights icon, the Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm, on her historic presidential campaign. Lee would follow in Chisholm's footsteps when she was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in 1998. And during her 25-year congressional career, Congresswoman Lee has had many iconic moments of her own. After the 9/11 attacks, she was the lone voice in both chambers of Congress to vote against the authorization for use of military force in Afghanistan. Even though she faced death threats and hate mail from critics, Lee remained true to her values and in the process became a hero to peace activists. In 2003, she was the lead House sponsor to authorize George W. Bush's President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, or PEPFAR. It's estimated that this groundbreaking legislation has saved 25 million lives around the world. Before she ran in the primary to fill the U.S. Senate seat vacated by the death of Senator Dianne Feinstein, Congresswoman Lee said she would not run for re-election to the House. She was not successful in that race, but don't think she's going quietly into the night. There's more she wants to get done. Joining me now is Congresswoman Barbara Lee of California, former chair of the Congressional Black Caucus, chair emerita of the Congressional Progressive Caucus, and co-chair of the Pro-Choice Caucus. Congresswoman Lee, as always, thank you for coming to the Sunday show. So, what do you say is your most important accomplishment of your career?
Thanks so much, Jonathan. Good to see you. Good to be with you. Let me tell you, so many challenges, so many fights I've been in, so many successes and accomplishments. First, have to thank my staff, because this has been Team Lee, both DC and my district staff, who has helped me along the way to make sure that we stand up for what is right, deliver on the policy agenda, but also casework with constituents. And one of my most memorable achievements was helping a woman who was unsheltered, living on the streets in Oakland. She needed her Social Security disability, and no one believed that she had that. Well, she called me, and I talked to her on the phone. I was able to get her, along with my staff, over $30,000. I never met her in person, but 15 years later at a church in Oakland, California, she was there. I was there. She got up and she testified, and she said, "Let me tell you about Congresswoman Lee. She was the only one." And a few weeks later, I got $30,000+ I had a place to go then, and I'm living my life the way she helped me move forward. So that was quite special. And I have to say, we do that all the time. So casework, helping deliver services for constituents is a big deal for me.
Now, I mentioned in the intro, you were instrumental to getting PEPFAR through the House and to President George W. Bush's desk for his signature. It is up for reauthorization next year. How concerned are you that the 119th Congress, the new Congress that gets sworn in on January 3rd, is going to let that vital program lapse?
I am very concerned, Jonathan, and you know it's been bipartisan all the way. I went to President Bush with this program, this initiative, and we have saved 25 million lives. We have reauthorized it every 5 years, just a extension with the same provisions, no changes. It's a clean extension. And there's a couple of just really adamant right-wing members of Congress who won't do that. And for what reason, I don't know, because it's the same language, has nothing to do with any abortion funding, has nothing to do with anything except what they voted for before to extend it. So that's one thing we're still working on. But one thing I'm very disappointed with, because we should have had a bipartisan 5-year extension last year on PEPFAR. And so we're able to get a 1 year, but a 5-year is questionable now. And so that's one effort that I will have to continue to work on once I'm not in Congress. But believe you me, it is important that we get to an AIDS-free generation by 2030. And there are some MAGA extremists holding it up, and that's not right. It's not fair. We want to save lives.
Well, speaking of MAGA extremists in Congress, what do you think comes next in our country when it comes to abortion rights and women's rights in the United States?
Well, we know that they want to turn the clock back. That's a given. Project 2025, of course, those provisions I've been dealing with for the last few years in the Appropriations Committee. They want to establish a national abortion ban, and that's outrageous. Right now, we have states that have established banning the access to reproductive health care, which should be a person's decision, period, dot, dot. And I know what that's about. I remember before Roe, I had to have an abortion. And it was between my mother and myself. It was illegal in America. It was illegal in Mexico. And that's where I ended up going. Mm-hmm. But it was my decision. Many Black women were dying then. I was one who lived. And so let me tell you, this is something I'm going to continue to work on, because we cannot allow the government to make decisions for women, for people who want to have that right to make their own healthcare decisions. And so the Republicans are adamant about turning the clock back, and we're adamant, let me tell you, as co-chair of the Pro-Choice Caucus, to move forward and to make sure they do not do this.
Now, Congresswoman, you will not be in the next Congress. So I have two questions for you. One, what is your advice to the incoming freshman class of the 119th Congress? Your biggest piece of advice for them?
Let me just say one thing. I've got to mention Shirley Chisholm, because this is a bookend moment for me. I got involved, as you mentioned, in politics through our great warrior woman, Shirley Chisholm, and I was able to get finally a bipartisan congressional gold medal passed just last week. And she's the 20th woman to have received, the 20th Black woman and Black person to receive this award. And what I would say to newer members of Congress is be yourself, know your bottom lines, but remember, this is public service. Remember your constituents. Remember, they need help with a big bureaucracy, the federal government. So do justice by them, help them each and every day, be their advocates, but also move forward on your legislation, try to make it bipartisan, know your bottom lines. And for me, peace and poverty and equality and justice are my bottom lines, and where every member has to know what their bottom lines are, but don't go past that in your negotiations. And you can do your job and you can do it effectively, but remember, you're a public servant.
Congresswoman Lee, and that's good. Remember, you are a public servant. So what's next for you? And in particular, here's the question. Are you going to trade the title of Congresswoman for Madam Mayor? Are you going to run for mayor of Oakland?
Oh, Jonathan, you always are asking me these questions that are very difficult for me to answer. I am still doing my day job, right? I've got to find every dollar that the federal government owes my city and my district before Donald Trump gets in. And so I'm very focused on that. And yes, I'm having discussions about a variety of options, pros and cons, about, the mayor's race and other efforts to move forward. But public service is in my DNA, and I'm not retiring. I'm going away. I just mentioned a couple of the fights I'm still going to be in until we win these fights. But I will definitely let you know what my decision is. But right now, I'm very focused on getting all of the money, all the economic development money, all the jobs, all the housing money, all the Inflation Reduction Act dollars to my 12th congressional district. And I want to thank my constituents and my staff again and my family for standing by me and helping me through these many, many challenges. As the only Black person north of Los Angeles from California, the only Black woman ever elected north of Los Angeles from California. So this has been quite a wonderful and exciting experience as their member of Congress.
Now, that's what we call a victory lap. California Congresswoman Barbara Lee, thank you for coming to the Sunday Show. Thank you for your service to this country. And thank you for being a role model and leader for millions of Americans.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. Thank you for being our voice of truth and honesty and speaking truth to power always.
Thank you. You honor me with those words. Congresswoman Barbara Lee of the great state of California.